Hello and welcome to another complete OCR GCSE PE lesson, where you'll learn absolutely everything you need to know on topic 3.2, Commercialisation of Physical Activity and Sport. As always, we'll be following the OCR syllabus exactly and we'll cover absolutely everything you need to know for your final exam. For topic 3.2, you need to know about the different types of media, the term commercialisation and the golden triangle of media, sponsorship and sport, and the advantages and disadvantages of both the media and sponsorship on commercialisation of sport. Before we begin, I'd really appreciate it if you'd take a moment to click the like button and subscribe to the channel if you'd like to be notified when the next topic is uploaded. Media coverage of sport has increased significantly over the years, with the invention of television in the mid-20th century and the more recent introduction of smartphones and social media. The media now exerts a greater influence over sport than it ever has before. The media can be defined as any means of communicating information to an audience and has had a key role in the commercialisation of sport. For example, companies like BT Sport, ITV and Sky Sports spend a huge amount of money on the rights to broadcast live events. Meanwhile, the growth of subscription and pay-per-view channels means that terrestrial outlets like the BBC have lost the rights to cover many of the major sporting events, and as a result, spectators must often pay to access coverage. The various branches of the media include print media like newspapers and magazines, radio and television including free, subscription and pay-per-view, the internet including websites, articles and live streaming services, and social media. Commercialisation in this context is the influence of commerce, trade or businesses on a sport to make profit and is dependent on the interaction between three factors, collectively known as the golden triangle. Sport, sponsorship and the media all influence one another. For example, media companies want prime-time exposure to maximise viewership, which puts pressure on sports and events to adapt their schedules, and is why high-profile football matches tend to be aired in the evenings or at weekends. As a result, sponsors gain more exposure and therefore pay more to the media companies for advertising rights. There are a number of advantages and disadvantages of the media with respect to commercialisation of sport. Firstly, media coverage makes it easier for performers and clubs to attract sponsorship if they perform well, while the injection of funding via the media companies has led to an increase in wages and prize money. Supporters also benefit from media involvement, as funding may be used to develop spectator facilities or stadia, leading to an improved viewing experience. Those following the action from home receive insider knowledge in the form of expert analysis and benefit from a higher quality of broadcasting. The media has also helped to improve the overall standards of performance in sport, as a portion of media funding is allocated to improving training facilities and coaching. The better and broader coverage of sport has also raised levels of interest and awareness amongst the general population, inspiring more people to take part themselves and attend live events. On the other hand, costly subscription and pay-per-view channels mean that many people can't afford to follow the action. Event timings may be altered to suit media interests and not the players or fans, and attendances at live events may suffer as more people choose to watch from home. In addition, minority or less popular sports receive a smaller share of media attention, meaning funding may be difficult to come by and participation may be affected as fewer people develop an interest. Finally, the influence of the media is so widespread that even the rules of certain sports have been altered. For example, the introduction of a tie-break in tennis, third umpire in cricket and VAR in football came about largely due to the influence of TV. Next, you need to understand the positive and negative effects of sponsorship on the commercialisation of sport. So sponsorship is the support given to an individual sports event or organisation by a commercial entity for the mutual benefit of both parties. The influence of sponsorship in sport has grown enormously in recent years, as media coverage enables businesses to gain huge public exposure, leading to increased sales and revenue. In addition, being linked to successful athletes and high-profile events improves the public image of companies through positive association. Performers also benefit from sponsorship as they receive the very best clothing and equipment, and in many cases an income, allowing them to train and compete full time. The injection of funding into sport may be used to improve the quality of coaching and training facilities, leading to better overall standards of performance. The audience may also benefit as sponsorship funding is often used to construct new or develop existing spectator facilities. On the other hand, a brand image may be damaged if a sponsored athlete performs badly or behaves unethically, leading to a reduction in sales and revenue. In such cases, support may be withdrawn, creating financial difficulties for the athlete. Often, sponsored individuals are required to perform extra duties, like featuring in adverts or attending promotional events, which could have a negative impact on their training schedules. In addition, as big sponsors prefer high-profile sports like football to promote their brands, minority sports often lose out, making it even more difficult to generate interest, raise participation rates, and improve overall standards of performance. Well done, you've just covered absolutely everything you need to know on topic 3.2, Commercialisation of Physical Activity and Sport. If you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate your subscription, and I'll see you next time for topic 3.3, Ethical and Socio-Cultural Issues in Physical Activity and Sport.